Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad you're here this morning. We have a great show lined up, some special folks here in the studio. But first, let's get our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Not going to be quite as hot today. It's only going to get up about 88, maybe 89, and low will be 78. Water temperature staying in here around 86 degrees. So that's a pretty steady. We're going to start seeing that drop now. The sun starts dropping a little bit more, but it's going to be in good shape for the weekend. Our river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. Take it outside with Mountain Dew. Folks, the river is just downright low. Look at the Apalachicola at Blountstown, 1.8. That is low, but you think that's low. Look at the Choctahatchee at Caryville. How about a 0.5? The Apalachicola and the Choctahatchee are both very low, so be careful if you're out there this weekend and don't go too fast to hit some of those snags. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn right here on 23rd Street. We're still in those neap tides. We're looking at a high tide at 12:28 and a low tide at 10:21. Not a lot of really good tidal flow for the next couple of days. And our marine forecast is going to start out at the east at about 12 and go to east-northeast at about 13. So a little bit of east wind today. Let's take a break and we're going to come back with our special guest. All right, welcome back, folks, and here we are, the first students of the month for this school year. We're in September from Mosley High School. We have Bodie and Kuba, okay? So tell us, welcome to the show.
All right, well thanks.
Thank you.
Listen, we've been talking, the biggest kick I got already this morning when I drive up, they're sitting on a tailgated truck out in the parking lot. I said, that's some outdoor boys right there. And y'all getting picked the first outdoor ed students of the month, so that's an honor in itself.
Thank you.
And you got some jealous buddies and all so far?
A little bit,
okay.
yes, sir.
All right, Bodie, tell us about yourself.
I'm Bodie Lakina. My parents are DeRay Lakina and Steve Lakina. And Maps at Mosley. That's about it.
Okay.
My name's Scuba Reed. My dad's Adam Reed and my mom's Marquetta Reed. I got a little brother named Lukas Reed, and I love to fish, and I'm from Mosley.
That's pretty good. I know the parents and all that went to Mosley, and we're glad to have. We're just so glad to have y'all. And these boys have a passion for fishing because I've known this for a while now, and I wasn't surprised when they're first one chosen to be the students of the month and all. Okay, let's talk about what kind of fishing. You sort of specialize in bass fishing a lot, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit what you like to do.
Well, fish Lake Talcott a lot, Lake Seminole, Apalachicola. Like to fish like worms and stuff, crankbaits, but yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Well, I love to fish. I guess I all started from the surf fishing for pompano and stuff, and then it kind of went into the pier and off the jetties, and then it went into a boat. But I love to fish for like kings, barracudas, and stuff like that eat on top water. I love that. That's my favorite.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I asked him, where do you think you started your love for fishing? What did you tell me?
Well, my dad always took me out when I was about 2 years old. Took me like to Harders a lot, the golf course pond, and took me on his little aluminum boat, and yeah, that's probably where it started.
Just rocked you from there.
Yes, sir.
Good boy, baby.
And me, in all honesty, it started how I said from the surf, but we had like a little pond in my neighborhood. I remember going there just every now and then with my brother, and that's kind of how it all started, and then went into salt water and stuff like that. So yes, sir.
That's cool. Now you got two. Both of you have unique names. Sort of, Bodie. Where'd you get your name from?
I really don't know, to be honest. I've asked my mom. She just said she's come up with it. She just liked the name. But
I like that.
And my mom's from Czech Republic, and that's where I was born, so that's where I got my name
and
from.
Tell the folks what your mom does.
She's a PE coach at Bayhaven Charter Academy.
She's been there a good while, and an excellent teacher and all over there. I know
Yes, sir.
a well reputation. Does she like to fish?
No, sir.
What about your mom? I see your mom a lot.
She used to like to fish, but she's kind of like got out of it now. She works too much.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I understand that. We understand that. Okay, you started like a bass club and all, didn't you?
Yes, sir. We started a bass club, Southern Bass Anglers, junior bass anglers, and we're at Sonny's every last week of Monday. So, or last Monday of the month.
Okay, so last Monday of the month, y'all meet at Sonny's.
Yes, sir.
At what time?
7, I think.
7
o'clock.
Okay, and y'all sort of just get together, organize that, and
Yes,
sort
sir.
of, do y'all fish tournaments and everything?
Yes, sir. We have, if you want to fish the federated tournaments, next one's in Lake Seminole. You got to sign up for bass and get a bass membership. And we have local club tournaments here as well. Not sure where the next one is. We haven't finalized that yet, but yeah.
This is cool. Now, how old are you?
I am 17.
He's 17 years old and helped get all this organized and all. You just don't see that a lot. Now, Cooper, do you do much bass fishing?
No, sir, not at all. I don't do any bass fishing.
This is classic Florida Panhandle. We have, I mean, seriously, you have a bass fisherman here, and then you got a offshore, nearshore saltwater fisherman, but the passion for fishing is still there.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
and they love it. I could tell talking to them and all. When you have your tournaments and all, of course, do you have any schools represented, or y'all just do individuals?
We weren't allowed to represent a school.
That's right, because of the insurance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we have a waiver that lets us just fish under a club. So
Okay.
that's what we're doing.
What's your club called?
Southern Bass Anglers.
Southern Bass Anglers.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And I know some folks over in South Walton, they're trying to get started, and some of those guys and girls want to come over and fish. Do you have any girls in it?
Not right now.
But it's open to girls.
Yes, sir.
I always remember that. So some of you girls need to jump in it. And they're pretty good fishermen, too.
Yes, sir.
And you know some of the Lake Talquin boys in the Lake Talquin Club?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Now, you got a story. We're going to show the picture in a little bit. Tell us a story now about the catching redfish the other day.
Well,
We'll show you the picture later, but just the story itself is good.
basically, we went out on Deepwater Point at St. Andrews, and we came out there at first just to kind of mess around. We were actually going to throw a fly, but the wind was coming in from the wrong direction, so we weren't going to throw a fly. So we just came out there, we threw the cast net, there's tons of menhaden, and then we kind of went out to the point, kind of in the Grand Lagoon point, kind of where the pass is too, and we just took a handful of menhaden to a 5-gallon bucket, and we were just tossing it out there. And you have the little jacks come up. So then from there, we would just hook a little menhaden, throw it out there into the jacks, hook up a little bit, and then we kind of got bored of the jacks, right? And got bored of the blue runners and ladyfish and stuff. So what we did is he caught a pigfish or a cowfish, and I caught a pinfish. And I threw mine into Grand Lagoon side, and he threw his into the pass. And next thing you know, time passed a little bit, we get a few hits, nothing really, and then I look over and we're about to leave, and I see this kid, and the rod's just completely bent over.
Boom.
And he's just going straight down, and he starts locking the drag down, and I look out about 50 yards, and I see just a huge redfish on top just flopping around. And I'm like, oh no, we're about to be in for a long time.
Was that exciting?
Yes, sir. It was very exciting.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and show you a picture of that big redfish. All right, sitting here with our students of the month. They're having a great time and all. And we have Cuba Reed and Bo DiLucino. And here's a picture of this big redfish. All right, here we go. Y'all okay, real quick, tell us how much fun this was.
It was a lot of fun. It's my personal best redfish. Like you said, I caught on a cowfish, just like on a Carolina rig, but it's kind of little luck there because I threw into a school. And as soon as it hit the water, he loaded up on it. And
what was funny now, we were talking, it was truly the proverbial last cast, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I was telling them, I have 27 last casts every trip, but y'all do that too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, let's go back. We're going to start up here. We'll start with you, Cuba, and then before everybody gets all excited, this is back before the law was changed, and to tell us about catching this big shark here.
All right.
Several years back.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, several years back. So basically, I was out there and I was actually surf fishing for pompano. And I just got a new setup, and it was the half-hitch pier rod paired with the 5,000 class Daiwa BG. And we're catching a bunch of pompano, and then I caught a whiting. And as I'm like throwing out the whiting and stuff, I would say it wasn't like super small, but it wasn't big either. And as I threw it out there, just out of nowhere, it just started ripping drag. And I'm like, what in the world? And I go over to my rod, and it's just bending over. I lock down the drag, and mind you, I've got a 5,000 class reel, a spinning reel, and man, it took forever. But I would say about the 55-minute mark, I look out there, and 30 yards out, I just see a huge fin, and then I see it's like dorsal fin, and then I see at the end, it's like huge fin out there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're in for a big fish.
So how long did it take you to land them roughly?
It took me right over an hour. Right over an hour.
And of course now you can't when you catch them now you can't pull them out of water because it'll always change and all. But I know that was exciting. Okay. All right, let's go. That's cool. Tell us about this one.
All right. So basically, you have these barracudas and they're always out there, right?
Yes.
They're everywhere. They're always. You can't even throw a live bait out to get hit for a king. You're gonna get a barracuda. So we were throwing some threadfin out, and as we threw a threadfin, I mean, it touched the water. And first of all, we showed up at this reef looking to bottom drop, but we wanted to see which way we would drift right when we got over the reef to see where we would need to anchor. So I just threw out a little live herring and live threadfin, and the next thing you know, this thing just absolutely smashes it. And then you can see you got smashed by a shark on the way in.
Sure did, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
All right, and this was the first time, I think first or second time going on the boat. That's only a mile offshore. Like, we're right in front of Tyndall, and it was the first time ever, and dropped down, and then first fish.
That's cool.
And
that's a pier, I can tell.
Yes, sir, that's the pier. That was just, I was up at the pier, and that was like when I first started pier fishing and stuff like that. I remember seeing all the guys like catching kings and stuff. I'm like, dang, I want to do that one day. So threw out a, what do you call it, a cigar minnow, and then he came up and he ate it.
That's cool.
That right there, so that was, I hit it really hard last year. We had exam days, it was called, and you could go for half a day to school.
Yeah.
And then you would leave from school. So me and my girlfriend, we would go and we loaded up on Spanish. We got the limit on Spanish. It was crazy.
That is cool.
It was so many. All you do is throw a gotcha plug out there, 7/8 ounce.
We need more school days out there, don't we?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And that's just coming back from one trip and stuff like that.
A good variety there.
Yes, sir. And that's me and my friend I was talking about that I love to hook up on top water and stuff. That's actually, I have a Spanish, and my friend's got a king. It was a stud Spanish. And it was right when a dive boat showed up. So yeah, dive boat showed up, and then that day I'm like, all right, we can go.
That's aggravating that time.
Yes, sir.
And
that's just another fish of a lot of fish in the box.
Okay. All right, now, what we got here?
That was at Lake Talquin. It was year or two ago, and was right after a tournament. We kind of stunk the tournament up. We didn't catch anything.
Oh no, you caught this after the tournament?
Yes, sir. And we went out right after the tournament because I wasn't ready to, kind of give up for the day, and caught him on a Carolina rig.
Isn't that how it works out?
Yes, sir. That was also at Lake Talquin, actually, and I believe those were called on a Texas rig, worm. Don't remember what place ended up in that tournament. But
cool. All right. That's the redfish.
That's the redfish, yes, sir.
Now, it's not always that easy.
No, sir, it's not.
But it's fun, though.
Yes, sir.
Deepwater Point, and y'all didn't have a boat, just went to State Park and waited out there. I've done that exact thing, and it's fun. It's at a great location, okay?
Also at Lake Talquin. And that was the second day of that tournament. It was a 2-day tournament. One was a state tournament, and then the other one was a local Talquin, Tallahassee tournament.
Cool.
And that was me and my dad at Lake Seminole. We caught all those on a crankbait.
No kidding, on a crankbait?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun that day.
That is a classic picture. I hope your mom's got that one framed hanging up in the house somewhere.
Yes, sir. That's at Okeechobee. Okay. Also a 2-day tournament. And that fish was only like 3 pounds. He was so skinny. But
that is odd.
That was at...
that was cold. Was that cold weather?
Yes, sir. It was about, I want to say it was like almost just over 30 that morning.
Oh my goodness.
And our rod eyes were freezing over and stuff like that. But that's at Apalachicola.
And it was that cold?
Yes, sir.
That's when you love it now.
Yes, sir.
How was it? Why was it so productive that cold morning like that, you think?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
They just bit really, really well that day, all on a spinnerbait and crankbait.
Well, that's the secret to it. You got to find out why they bit that particular
Yes,
day.
sir.
Just repeat that.
Yes, sir.
It's simple, isn't it?
That's at St. John's. That was last year. We found them all schooling, and those are all on a lipless crankbait.
Whereabouts on St. John's are you? Down around?
That was, I don't remember the name of the landing.
paper mill and all back up in that area.
But it was,
St. John's is good fishing.
I love fishing St. John's.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite fishery.
Cool.
And that's the same picture from the beginning.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so you can see they just asked them to send me just a few pictures of some of their successful fishing trips. It didn't take them long to come in, and so we're talking about some expert fishermen for their age. You're looking at them. I was really impressed with the volume and the size of these fish and all. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our final break and come back with our last segment with these boys. Okay, welcome back. Today we're Bodie and Cuba, two outstanding students of the month from Mosley High School, the Outdoor Ed program. I want to say good morning to all you folks over there at South Walton. Got to visit with y'all the other night, and I got to visit with the coach and all the things he's doing with the Outdoor Ed program over there. So we're proud of all of y'all. Let's look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Our times this morning are 4:21 to 5:21. 6:21, and this afternoon 4:45 to 6:45. Do y'all go through periods of time where they're biting and all?
Sometimes, yeah.
All right, look, you're seniors at Mosley High School. Tell us what you enjoy about school. I know it'll be a short list, but go ahead and tell us. I was a kid. No.
Well, I enjoy seeing my friends a lot of the time. It's just a good way to see everybody, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the 3 o'clock bell a lot of the time.
You like that 3 o'clock bell?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
My thing is I love being with my friends. I love that I have 2 internships, so I can leave school early.
Okay, where are you interning?
I intern with my mom, actually, Bay Haven.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yes, sir.
That's a good deal. Okay, now, you got to go to school for the rest of this year. What's your plans for the future, Bodie?
Well, I'm probably going to go to Gulf Coast after this year, and then after Gulf Coast, probably look at some colleges and get like an architect degree or something to that extent. Yes, sir.
That's a good field.
I want to go to Gulf Coast. I want to get my AA, and then I want to transfer over to the FSU PC, and I want to become a mechanical engineer and work out of the Navy base here.
Oh, you want to stay in this area, don't you?
Yes, sir.
We just called it the fishing. And your family. And your family. Okay. Well, who you going to give a shout out to this morning? You got some friends or parents or grandparents? They're going to be on YouTube now. It's going to be across the world. Anybody y'all want to speak to in particular or a shout out to? I know your moms. I know you always want to say, you always got to say, hey, mom. I know that. I know the moms.
But give a shout out to my grandma. Just hi, grandma.
Okay, grandma.
Shout out to my parents. Thank you for everything.
Okay. What are some, looking back, what are some of the favorite times you've had in school? It could even be this year or way back in when. What are some memories you have of school?
Well, I don't know. Probably my gym period last year was probably really fun. That was hectic all the time. But and outdoor ed this year is pretty good so far. Yeah,
that's gonna be a good memory. Okay.
Definitely outdoor ed this year. It's fun because it's just something that I would rather be doing outside of school, but I get to be inside of school doing the same thing, so it's super fun. I never had a class like it before.
That's cool. Now listen, y'all, your class, y'all were doing the boating safety, but you guys already had your boating safety,
yes,
right?
Sir.
So what did coach assign y'all to do while the other class do in boating safety? What did y'all get to do?
We fixed cast nets.
Repair cast nets.
Fixing the cast nets and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
That goes way back in our history, to repair those cast nets.
Yes,
you got to keep that because that's really an important part. What y'all do on lunches? Y'all eat school lunch or y'all take off for lunch? What are y'all sort of finishing up school?
Just I go out to like Whataburger or like something like that and just get something and come back.
Since I'm not a millionaire, I go home and I eat.
Okay. All right, listen. Let's go through some fishing tips. Y'all very successful. When you're bass fishing, what are some of the things you like to do?
I don't know. A lot of times, look at the feeding times, and wherever the feeding times are, I, especially on like Apalachicola, I try to get to my best spot that I've done pre-fishing and go there for the best feeding time. See if I can get a bag there.
Okay. And what kind of plug? What's some of your favorite colors of plugs and all?
I don't know. Root beer, chartreuse root beer is probably my favorite crankbait color. And there's it's called like a crystal minnow spinnerbait. That's my 2 favorite colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what are some of your secrets?
Definitely, I'd say the first thing is you got to be prepared. You can't come out there not being prepared. And if you're fishing out and offshore, you got to have live bait. And if that means spend an hour getting live bait, that's what you have to do. You have to get out there and you have to get your live bait. Because if you don't have live bait and if you're not prepared, it doesn't matter what type of fish are there, you're not going to get a hit.
That's the old motto: be prepared. Well, any particular colors you like when you do an artificial?
So when I do artificial, let's say like if I'm offshore, I love to throw the Yozuri crystal minnow then that's like my favorite. That's my favorite like hard bait to throw. And then if I'm inshore, I love to use the Z-Man New Penny for redfish and trout, or the Houdini. Those are my two big ones that I love to throw inshore.
That's good. Now I know your family's always done outdoor stuff for y'all. Later on, when y'all have families and all, y'all gonna do much outdoor stuff with them, you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right, now we got about a minute or two left. What about when you finish your schooling and everything? Do you still want to live in this area, or you want to move somewhere?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm still.
And I know you said you did.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What kind of boat do you have?
I have a Blazer 6. Just have a Blazer. I can't remember the name of it right now, but 595, Blazer 595.
How early do y'all like to go fishing?
As early as I can.
Early as you can?
Yes, sir.
And we have a 21-foot Sea Pro, which is for sale right now if anyone wants it.
Why are you selling a boat?
Well, basically when we wanted to jump up to a bigger boat, it's a 21-foot, it's a 2002, but it has a 2013 150 Mercury on the back.
Okay.
But it's a bay boat, and we wanted to jump up into the 23-foot Sportsman or something like that.
So you go,
and it's for sale right now, yes, sir. It's got
Well,
brand new sea deck on it.
Send me some pictures of it. We'll put it on the show and try to
All right, yes, sir. All righty.
And don't forget, tomorrow will be Friday show. We're going to be giving away some seafood tomorrow. We're going to go and start our fall sweepstakes tomorrow. We're going to start off, I'm going to give away a mystery tackle box full of tackle. And y'all know about that mystery tackle box.
Sir.
It's a subscription you get once a month. It's a cool idea. You've had some friends do it?
Yes, sir. Me and him have a buddy named Carlton Short, and he did that when he first started getting into fishing, and he's had a lot of success on them.
Good deal. And we're 1 week away now from giving away our free weekend at the campsite over on Black Creek. Have you had a chance to fish Choctaw River very much?
We had a tournament over there like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Well, boys, we got to wrap it up. Hey, we got a lot more to talk about. And y'all got to go to school today?
Yeah.
Sadly.
What's up with that?
I don't
y'all
know.
Can't go fishing?
I wish.
What's your favorite 3 words? Let's go fishing. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So good job. Thank y'all for
Thank
coming.
you.
Great to see y'all. I'm going to see y'all some. I'm going to come up there and talk to y'all a little bit and get y'all straight.
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, sir.
Good to have you, boys.
Thank
Thank
you.
y'all for
Thank
watching
you.
Panhandle Outdoors. I always feel good about having these young people on. I know you enjoy seeing them. Do something good today for your fellow man. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.